All right, welcome to Bitch Slap. This is a gathering of female gamers who happen to be in the Dermenhoth clan. Hello, ladies. How you doing?
Good.
All right.
What's up?
So we have Cranberry and we have Pants and Lahira, and that's respectively on your screen from left to right. Ignore any other names you might see.
We are seeing Dora because she's asleep and
Yeah.
she sucks.
And Dora is asleep. Sleeping. What I'm going to do is I'm going to ask each one of them some individual questions so that we all can get to know them better, and then I'll ask some general questions to the group that may or may not promote some type of conversation. So, are you ladies ready to start?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. We'll start with Cranberry. What is your online game name?
Felicia.
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 Whatever.
It's Cranberry. I guess that kind of makes that would make more sense if I don't ask that question because I already said it.
Hey, Cranberry, what's your name, Cranberry?
Cranberry, what is your name?
Cranberry.
Fine. Do you want to give us your real life name and or age?
No.
Okay.
Thank you.
No.
I think Pants was like, yeah, we should talk about our age. I'm like,
I was not
No.
like, hey.
because I'm like 20, so it's okay.
I'm 28, thanks.
You look 20.
Well, I'm not. You look 18, so.
Oh, I'll drink that.
Way to kiss that ass.
Okay. So Cranberry, what got you hooked on gaming? What brought you into the gaming in general?
To be honest, I went to babysit for a friend, and they were playing online, and it was a big, oh my gosh, what's that? I wanted to give it to me, and I started playing and lost the rest of my life.
What was the game?
It was Star Wars Galaxies.
Oh, really?
That's the first online MMO anything I played. Everything else was like computer-based puzzle games or Nintendo or whatever.
What would you say your gaming style is?
I like PvE. I like the crafting part. I'm what y'all consider a Care Bear, but I like being support too. So I like to stand in the back and heal everybody else and help out. I'm a Care Bear. I need ears.
And how did you end up in the DC in the Dermenhoth clan? How'd you get recruited?
A friend of an ex's friend was in the guild. I honestly don't remember. I think I walked up and said, "Hey guys, what's going on? Can I play?" And
Add what year that was.
what year was that?
Yeah.
No.
Was it SWG?
Yeah. So it was either 2003 or 2004.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. And so you can pick either one of these questions or both. It don't matter. So I got like an either or. The first question is, how long have you been gaming? Or you can answer, why do you like gaming so much?
I don't know, honestly, completely. I have no idea on either one of those. I think for a lot of people it's an escape, something else to do. I think actually for me it developed because I do like a lot of the people I play with. Ultimately, I don't think if I had the same people to play with, I'd probably be into it. Why are we getting feedback?
Somebody watching Twitch and didn't mute it by chance?
Mute it.
No, I'm muted.
I am muted as well.
Oh my.
Okay.
Was it the bird?
It could be the bird. My bird in the background.
My phone ringer's Metallica and it sounds like shit, so that could have been it.
Sound muted.
Oh. Somebody lied.
No, that was TeamSpeak, but I'm just doing it just in case.
Yeah.
Oh, what the?
Oh, the humanity again. Poor Nevin.
It's somebody else's turn. I gotta find that.
Oh, what the fuck?
Let's see. It looks like I have the very same keyboard and mascara.
Shut up.
Just talking about feedback, and all of a sudden her mic just goes.
Are you okay?
Okay, so here's the ghetto rig we have for everything hooked up. That is my mic. So that's why it's not that safe.
She's getting confused. That's the laundry chute.
Oh, that's the laundry. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh my god, Graham.
What? What I do? What?
Fine.
Okay. So one more question, or you can pick either question or both. What is your? And this is actually a three questions. Now that I realize how I
One more
worded
question,
it.
but there's three.
There's three. What is your worst or best gaming moment? Or you can answer, do you ever see yourself quitting gaming? So what's your worst or best gaming moment, or do you think you ever quit gaming?
Is that 3 questions or 2 questions?
Yeah, it's like a 2 with a 1. So
No, I don't ever see myself quitting gaming. But I'd have to say the worst ones are angry German kid moments, and I've been through 3 keyboards now?
4
4? Okay, 4.
expensive keyboards.
Shut your pie hole.
200.
Yeah, shut up, Nevin.
okay, so let's go to pants.
Yes.
And gotta go. And again, what's your online game name there, Pants?
Pants.
Okay.
It's either Pants or Pants 216 or Pants 1214, but Pants is involved, so Pants.
I should write the question. Why doesn't Wolf remove this question? Right, you
We could. I mean, you could ask why we chose our usernames. That's an
That's
interesting.
a good
That's
question.
a good idea.
Good question.
Yeah.
Good question.
Mine's totally uneventful, but I'd be interested to hear yours.
I mean, mine's pretty lame. My last name is very close to pants in Spanish, so.
Yeah.
And my first name is very close to dollars in Spanish, so I have a friend who insists on calling me Money Pants.
Well, let me jump back to cranberry real quick for that very same question. Why cranberry?
I had a prairie dog named Cranberry. Really, it was a pet name, and I just thought it was cute.
Okay. Right. Back.
I mean, I could go into a whole story of how you choose your handle and stuff. I mean, especially when you start as young as your teenage years, 13, I think, is when I had to choose my first handle. And my very first one was actually Plum the Sweet, and Lindsay, my sister, ended up stealing it from me. So I had to come up with a new one, and I've never been able to find one good enough.
I think Pants is better than Plum the Sweet.
Yeah, but I mean, you're talking about a 10-year difference there. I mean, 10 years before I came up with Pants, and it was just some friend called me Pants one day, so.
Pants.
Do you want to give us your real life name and or age?
Not my real life name, but a lot of people call me DJ, and I am 28.
Okay. And what's the first game that got you hooked on gaming?
The first game that got me hooked on gaming. Oh, I'd have to say it's a tie between Sims and Astron's Call, which are 2 opposite games. So Astron's Call got me into online gaming, that community-based gaming, where Sims is that like video game that you play. But both of them are my gaming games.
And what would you say is your gaming play style?
Play style.
Like,
Do you mean like? Go ahead.
Well, go ahead. Ask your question.
No,
We rehearsed this, didn't we?
I have a bad habit of doing that. Define play style, like.
Well, if you were in a MMO, you would be like PvE or PvP or a crafter, or one might also say that you prefer a specific type of like a way of playing, like console game or pen and paper games or computer. It just depends on what.
Oh, pretty
like
broad of.
Go ahead.
Sorry, pretty broad of an answer, I guess, on that. I prefer PCing. I like online games, but I think my all-time favorite game is Sims, which wouldn't be considered. What is Sims considered? Just a one-player video game. Yeah. I don't know why I love that game so much. Real-time strategy. Yeah, that's.
Yep.
That's strategy?
Yeah. Ironically enough.
Sort of,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, because there's people who play with like cheat codes, like okay, just all the money and see whatever you can do.
Yeah.
But if you actually play the game how it's supposed to be played, it's actually really interesting.
I can so I didn't.
So I've played it a million different ways, and actually, there's online communities, obviously for everything, but Sim specific. There's a certain ways you can play the game. Like I forget what it's called, but there's a certain challenge that you go in. I think it's called like the Heritage Challenge. And anyway, there's like certain rules, and there's this item that you're supposed to buy, and then they pass down through generations, and then you post how far of a generation you've gotten on that. So like even though it's a single player strategy game, there's still that online community sense in it. And this is how far I've gotten on it. Anyway, I love Sims, obviously, as I've spent 10 minutes talking about it. But Astron's Call is very online community based. And what is that? Is an MMO?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of a hardcore game, actually.
Yeah. That was my first that type of game, and I think if we follow that line of gaming, it would lead me to Skyrim, and Skyrim has captured me a lot like how Astron's Call did with my first game. So, yeah.
How did you end up in Dermenhoff clan, DC?
This guy I know who birthed me, named Wolf.
He didn't birth you.
Yeah, he helped birth me, I guess, in some way. My dad.
I was
Wolf,
there.
He was there and was like, "Hey, she could be in the clan, I guess."
I guess.
Yeah. So that's how I know about the clan, and it's been a slow going and getting involved because just and I don't know why. I'm a big gamer, but as far as online community, that's how I know of and participating in is Wolf. So.
Good story.
Yeah, wasn't it?
So there's two questions. You can either answer one or both. How long have you been gaming, or what do you like about gaming so much?
Say that again. How long have I been gaming,
yeah.
Or.
So either one, or why do you like gaming so much? So either one of those questions, or both, or freelance like Cranberry did.
Maybe I'll do a little bit of both. How long have I been gaming? That's hard to say. I mean, I feel like it's been as long as I can remember. I mean, I've had both experiences in my youth in Wolf with the PC games and with my mom. We had console games in Nintendo, Sega, stuff like that. So how long? I mean, it could literally be as old as I was to pick up a controller, which is actually kind of unique in my age bracket because nowadays it's all the time, but not particularly in mine. What was the second question again, since I'm just thinking about it?
Why do you like gaming so much?
Why do I like gaming so much? Because it's fun. I don't know. Yeah, I don't really have a in-depth answer to that one.
That's why I combined those two, or made them or. So this is also the similar thing. You can answer both or just one of them. What's your, and it's the three-parter question. What is your worst or best gaming moment? Or you can answer, do you ever see yourself quitting gaming?
I can kind of see how those would correlate too. Okay, so the worst I would have to say is when I had a computer that didn't work very well. Actually, the whole Sims thing, because I've been playing that since the original, I've burned through about 5 computers. Like, just literally, I had one computer's hard drive melt because of Sims. So, that would probably be my worst. The Sims I hate so much is because I want to play it so bad that I've burned through 5 computers. So my worst moment was like actually considering quitting gaming because I couldn't play this damn game because it kept eating my computers. And then I don't know if Wolf gave me the computer or how it came to be that Wolf gave me a computer. It was Justin's maybe, and I was like, it's just gonna eat this computer too. And it didn't, so I was able to get into more gaming experiences. So I was able to get back into all those games that I used to play, like Counter-Strike and Half-Life and Asheron's Call, and dive into Skyrim and all these other, like, so just because I was able to open up that menu. So it kind of coincides with my worst moment being, I think I'm going to have to quit gaming altogether because it won't run Sims, and I was being very stubborn, and then that would be the only reason I would quit gaming is because I would be stubborn like that. But other than that, no.
Okay.
Like if I got pissed off enough.
All right, let's flip over to Lahira. Hey Lahira, what's your online name? No, I'm just kidding. Why did you pick the name Lahira?
This is so deja vu. In Swig, it had auto-generated, populated, whatever names, and it came up with partial Lahira or something, and I just messed around with it until it sounded good. So I just kind of made it up.
Do you want to give us your real life name and or age?
Absolutely not.
What's the first game that got you hooked on gaming?
On gaming in general?
Sure.
I don't remember how, but Nintendo when I was a kid, and Pitfall was my favorite. And going to the arcade, playing Centipede, and pinching your finger because you were rolling the ball so fast. And then Joust. I remember that game. I fucking loved Joust. And then fast forward to a little bit older, when I lived with my parents, just before I moved out, they had a computer. Remember, we talked about this before. They had Doom. It comes with the original computers. And I thought it was awesome, so I played that game for a while. And then Diablo, and then the first online game, somebody I was dating in my early 20s, he had a roommate that played Quake online. And the guy I was dating was downstairs playing hockey with his other roommates, and so I went upstairs to check out the online game and got to play it and fell in love with it. The concept of shooting other people online was so awesome.
Nice.
So I would come over and I'd be like, oh, you can play hockey? Okay, cool. Hey, can I play Quake? So that's where it started. And then I didn't do anything online. When I played Diablo, I guess there was an online option, but I never did it. And then Christmas of 2003, I was given Swig as a gift. And so I got in it and ran around like a tard and had the best 4 years after that of my life. So Star Wars was the online thing. Quake was my gateway drug.
What do you think you would say your gaming playstyle would be?
PvP.
And how did you end up in the Dermenhoth clan? And you might as well let us know your rank in the Dermenhoth clan.
I shacked up with hardware. And
hey, that's how I got in.
it was before me, right?
Yeah.
Well, there's a shock. But no, at first, actually, I ran my own guild in Swig, and we apparently had a city right next to MES's city, which was our, what's the word I'm looking for? The big rebel guild that we used to fight all the time, or you guys used to fight all the time.
MES?
Yeah, and I literally was like 1,000 meters from there, and at first he's like, she's got to be with them. Nobody's that dumb to place a city that close to them. And then found out I was just dumb. But then he's like, he goes, I'm just going to use her because she's got this great location that we can deploy from. And then started talking to him and flew out there, and yeah, we got married. So I ended up dissolving my guild into DC in 2000. I don't remember, 2004 or 5. And my guys didn't like it because it was too big, so they all left, and I stayed. and then I've been there since. I want to say it was 2000, the end of 2004. I joined DC.
Did this is kind of like a side question? Did any of them stick around, and would I remember them?
No, my guys all left, and they formed their own guild without me, called IAD in Swig before everything blew up and shut down, and yeah, we don't speak anymore because some of them are real life friends, but they were really upset about. They liked the way things were with our guild, and they didn't like DC and how big it was and base defense and all the demands of PvP. They wanted to do what they wanted to do, so they all left. So no, I was the only one.
So here's a couple questions you can answer, one or both. How long have you been gaming, or why do you like gaming so much?
I guess 2003, because I count Swig as my real gaming experience, because I played Quake whenever I'd come over and he was on hockey, and I'd go upstairs and play Quake. That didn't count. So 2004 I've been gaming. And what was the other question?
Why do you like gaming so much?
I'm trying to think of a way to describe it without sounding bad. You can kind of escape responsibilities of bills and mortgage and work and all of that, and just immerse yourself into this world that you can just run around and kill people, which you can't do, or you can heal people, or whatever it is you choose to do in the games. And there's usually, aside from your guild responsibilities, there's not much that demands. There's not There's not a lot that you have to do if you don't want to. It's up to you. It's your choice of what you want to do instead of all of the other choices that you have to make in real life. So that fantasy escape, I guess.
Yeah, that's a lot of gamers are like that, escapism. Take a break from real life.
You hate your real life. It's just nice to get a break, to do something. Like, I can't just go out and run around and do shit that I want every day. I have to be home. So this is my escape. This is my socialization. This is my way of going out.
I mean, I can relate to that absolutely, in the sense that you're going to work every day and you don't have. I mean, it's almost like meditation in a way, but then you also have the opportunity to be out in that way.
It's like a freedom, but you're never leaving your responsibilities.
It's the freedom without the risk.
Right.
I guess. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, 2 more questions. The 3-parter plus 1 question. What is your worst or best gaming moment? Or you can answer, do you ever see yourself quitting gaming? Or you can answer...
No, I won't quit gaming until I literally cannot figure out the game and I just can't play it. Or my hands are arthritic and I can't. Because that's just the one thing over the years that I just love. I look forward to it. When I have downtime, the first thing I want to do is game. I don't care if it's Battlefront. I know you guys make fun of me, but I play Farkle dice game. I mean, it's just... Shut up. I think a lot of it has to do with maybe if I had real life stuff that I could go do, but right now in my life, in this period in time, I can't just go out and fly to Europe and go tour. So yes, gaming is a huge part of my life. Worst moment? I think one of the things that pissed me off the most in my gaming experience is when Desir killed me. I'll never forget it. I remember his name. I was supposed to be running with DC, and we were going towards a group of people who were flagged. And I saw a red dot, and so my badass, unbuffed, no armor, by myself, decided to go after the red dot. And it was Desir, who was a dex monkey, if you remember that term. He was melee, he was badass, and completely, he called me babe and sweetie, and so I ended up challenging him, and he killed me. And then Hard was screaming at me on the voice comm that I shouldn't have left everybody else, and I actually cried that night because I felt so stupid.
No.
And my best gaming experience, I just have to say Swig and Hole. I mean, there's so many great memories from being an Ottoman to lapping stormtroopers at 3 in the morning because Cranmer and I were so bored and we wanted to see what they do. I could go on for hours about all the great memories. And so I couldn't really pinpoint one. The whole game was just great. That was the best time.
I think every major battle in DC always started off with me running out in the middle of all the reds and dying.
You thought you were a tank.
Yeah, I did.
For a meat shield, Wolf.
Yeah, I was.